Dear Diary. Movement control order applied in Malaysia, my country, happened due to catastrophic outbreak of COVID-19 has causing severe economic impact. Today, I saw several news highlighted the severe impact on small and big-scale farmers, forcing them to dispose tons of harvest due to delivery complication, as well as sold harvested product at extremely low prices. In Johor, where I live, pineapple farmers in my kampong had to bear huge financial losses after 5,000 Mauritius and Josephine pineapples turned bad after a late harvest since the previous week. Farmers were also forced to reduce pineapple price in order to ensure that 20,000 mature pineapples from 6-hectare land were sold, which causing them another losses. But as I realized there are plenty fresh produce from pineapple sources, so why not utilize that by converting fresh or old pineapples into added value products such as tepache? This will surely become a great solution in handling those excess resources. So, production of tepache as fermented product from Malaysia local plantation will surely give several benefits. Aside from minimal cost, utilization of over-ripened or fresh produced pineapples enabling flexible time of maximizing product selling time, while provide an action to reduce food waste. Yeah, that's such a great idea. I would call my friends and make it tomorrow. So, keep following my story. Tepache is simply a fermented pineapple-based drink made from the rinds, peels, and the flesh. It is incredibly rising popularity as cocktail, which originally come from Mexico. Addition of sugar, typically brown sugar, water, and spices would usually be used to enrich the flavor profile of such drink. Slightly effervescent, boozy, with tingling sensation of refreshing sweet, sour, cyan-like flavor of pineapple is readily available inside the tepache. The drink itself dates back to the pre-Columbian times in Mexico, made by the Nahua people in central Mexico. The word tepache brings history, and it initially meant drink made from corn, which, due to the word trading roots, turned into the pineapple-based drink. Interesting, right? Yes. Unfortunately, it was not extremely well documented. Thereby, it still remained popular among the indigenous group of Mexico. So, stay tuned for the next process.
How to make tepache? First, you have to wash and dry the pineapple, then cut off the top and discard it. Next, remove the peel, but do leave a little extra flesh on the peel. Cut the flesh including the core into big chunks. Next, dissolve sugar in water, then add the whole pineapple chunks and add more water until it's fully covered. With a clean cloth, cover the top of the jar and leave it at room temperature for 3 to 4 days. Then strain the fermented tepache into a sterilized airtight glass jar and put it in the refrigerator. For extra freeze, you can do a second fermentation for an extra day or two. Now, without further ado, let's start fermenting.
So here comes the interesting part. Hurdle techniques we use as a preservation techniques, which consists of fermentation process, second impact of the microbial properties from the microbes present, sugaring method, as well as the chilling as controlled storage technique. Fermentation step is crucial for the final characteristic of tepache and perform a certain degree of ignorance of related microorganisms and the level of acceptance among consumers. The process of fermentation lowers the pH of final product through production of lactic and acetic acid, thus killing off any harmful microorganism that may affect the product negatively. Other than that, fermentation process focus on conversion of sugar, carbohydrate into alcohol and acids. For antimicrobial effect of lactic acid bacteria, tepache fermented fruit was found to contain bacteria potential probiotic and bacteriocin producing lactic acid bacteria. This process of bacteria is important not only because they protect the fermented fruit from the microbial contamination, but also it protects the consumer from potential pathogenic bacteria. Other than that, sugaring method was also used. It was used for the fruit for the microbes as well as to reduce the water activity. While the last thing is chilling, because it helps to slow down the microbial growth and prolong the shelf life of the tepache.
The fermented tepache should be stored in a sterilized airtight glass container. Why airtight? It's because an airtight container can prevent the diffusion of odorants and oxygen into the product, so it won't lower the quality of the tepache and induce the oxidation process. And you may also wonder, why do we use glass packaging? The answer is because glass is odorless, chemically inert, impermeable to gases and vapors, and it can also be heated, which makes it possible for sterilization. After being fermented at room temperature, tepache is stored in refrigerator to prevent further fermentation and inhibit the growth of undesirable microorganisms, which will help in preserving the food quality. In Malaysia, pineapple is often made into juice, preserved in can, or turned into a tasty pineapple jam like the iconic pineapple tart. On the other hand, originated from Mexico, tepache is a delicious alcoholic drink made from pineapple without all those complicated processing methods. And this is not something you can commonly find in Malaysia. When I said it is not complicated to make, I really mean it, because we utilize the whole pineapple, so you don't have to cut the peel, core, and even the ice. Just cut it into big chunks and dump it all in your jar. And last but not least, you can get your very own made tepache in only 3 days. Yep, you don't have to wait for 7 to 30 days, and you can get your refreshing pineapple beer in no time.
So, as for shelf life, further research showed that tepache can retain its carbonation for up to 2 weeks if it's left unopened and refrigerated. Other than that, there's virtually no expiry date on tepache. However, it is recommended to not let tepache ferment for longer than 4 days, or else it will gradually turn into a very sour vinegar. Moving on, for the sensory evaluation of the tepache, it was done immediately after straining and after 1 month of storage with the addition of sugar. Characteristics ranked were aroma, taste, color, and overall acceptability based on a 9-point hedonic scale. As you can see, the product's sensory ratings tested immediately after straining were not that great and around below average. The color was quite cloudy when we looked at it. There was also an intense sourness that wasn't a very pleasant experience. Conversely, after a month of storage along with the addition of sugar to enhance the taste, the results improved to above average. The sourness was way milder than before after adding sugar. The color looked brighter and clearer with less cloudiness. We were all satisfied with the final taste of the product as it fit our taste buds more than before. For function of ingredients, pineapples also have antimicrobial and antioxidant properties to protect the tea. Sugar acts as a preservative method when added into the tea. This is to initially reduce water activity. It was added after fermentation to enhance the flavor of the tea. Lemon peel and zest also have antibacterial and antifungal properties. Ginger was used to have antimicrobial properties against Listeria monocytogenes and Staphylococcus aureus. Tepache comes with many nutritional values. It is rich in vitamin C and A, which are antioxidants that prevent oxidative stress in your body. Tepache is a probiotic itself, so when drinking it, it improves your gut health by replenishing it with helpful bacteria. As pineapple skin contains bromelain, it also helps with protein digestion and absorption. Tepache also contains Lactobacillus plantarum, which is commonly found in a lot of other fermented foods. It helps reduce LDL, which is known as a bad cholesterol, while increasing HDL, your good cholesterol.
Dear Diary, so I'm back. After a long day learning and making tepache, it was really fun. I feel really exhausted, but I'm happy because I can help those farmers which my neighborhood to make tepache. So, see you in my next stories.